The following is a presentation of Puska Media Services in cooperation with the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail. It's time to talk walleye tournament championship fishing. This is Catching Gold, the official podcast of the NOWT. In the next 30 minutes, hear all of the latest information on the trail, plus highlights of all of the stops across Northern Ontario. We will interview the anglers, corporate partners, volunteers, and bring you inside access like never before. Watch Catching Gold on the YouTube channels of the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail at the official NOWT, the Northern Corridor Podcast Network, and PuskaMediaServices.com. Now let's hear from the guys, host Dennis J. Puska, and trail executive members and anglers Shane Turcotte and Dean Bliss.
Welcome to episode 2 of Catching Gold, the official podcast of the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail. Great to have you with us. I'm Dennis J. Puska. We're opening up this episode 2 as we get ready for the first big event of the year, the Timmins event down on Lake Kenogamisus on Highway 144, just off of there. And also the NOWT Championship. You'll be hearing from Shane and Dean a little bit later on. They're going to be introducing to you all 30 teams on our broadcast today, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm happy to have Rob Racine, who is one of the organizers of the Timmins event. Rob, thanks for taking time to join us.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. So what does it mean to partner and have the first event of the year and the NOWT Championship?
Well, yeah, it's definitely exciting for sure, especially after a long, hard winter, probably the longest and hardest winter that I can remember anyway. So everybody is definitely excited about the tournament. Lake Kenogamisus is doing extremely well water level wise. So we are looking at, a normal water level once we get there in a couple of weeks. So things are good. There's still lots of snow here, believe it or not, but the weatherman has promised not too much in the way of rain. So yeah, to be the championship host of the 2025 season in 2026, we are extremely proud to be able to do that for sure.
Well, you mentioned about 2025. Well, that was your first event back with the Timmins group, right? And how neat was that to be back involved again with the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail to put Timmins as a showcase piece for the trail?
Definitely, yeah. So you're right. It was kind of a rebirth sort of thing of the tournament that used to take place there many years ago. The Lions Club of Schumacher Lions Club was the host for many years, and then the NOWT came on board later on, and then it just kind of died on the vine, like a lot of things today, to keep things going, keep people engaged. So it was actually my son Cameron who had said, we got to bring this thing back home. We need it on our home waters, and so he started the initiative and working with the NOWT, and we got selected to have that. And this year being the championship is going to be amazing. So we're really looking forward to that. It's exciting. A lot of people, we still have a waiting list on the sportsman side. We would like to expand the field, but at this point, just given the scope of what we're dealing with in the championship, we're going to keep it tight, keep it on time, and most of all, make sure that we get some really nice fish.
Well, talk a little bit about that. You got a waiting list. That's pretty incredible. The popularity, people want to go out to that lake, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely because of the accessibility. You're looking at, we're 3.5 hours from Sudbury, not much further to the Sioux, North Bay. I mean, we're very accessible in that sense. And Kenogamisus is a very known body of water. It's part of the Matagami watershed. So the techniques, the species, the structure, all very similar. Anglers like these waters, so they do produce some great fish. It's just, and the venue is another thing. The Cache Campground, can't thank them enough for hosting and allowing us to do that along with the NOWT. So very exciting.
So talk about the weekend. What kind of things you got going on? If the casual fan wants to come out of there and go by there and see it, what do you got going on?
So this year we have some special guests coming. So we have the crew from Fishing Canada is going to be here. So there'll be five or six of their entourage here. They will be filming an episode while at the tournament. So if you're camera shy, you may not want to come around because you may just find yourself on television. They are on global television on Saturday mornings. Been around. This is their 40th season. Everybody knows Pete and Ange, and they're going to be here. And they're really. I just actually got off the phone with them. We were kind of running through, the week and how we're going to do that. They are going to do a live podcast while they're here as well. There'll be something special when we do give away the championship package. Of course, with their connection with Princecraft and Mercury. They will be involved with that as well. So that in itself will be worth, coming out and seeing and maybe getting a photo with the guys. You will see them on the water. They plan to be here for a number of days. So, yeah.
So that'll be happening, and what they'll start. I think they start fishing Friday, and then everything comes to a head with everything on Saturday.
Yeah. So Thursday night is our traditional rules meeting, information, that sort of thing. That will happen at the Cache Campground. There will be food provided for the team, so they can have a bite to eat while they're there. And then we'll go through that. Friday morning, as you said, is the launch. There'll be 2 flights, so the pros will leave ahead of the sportsman class. Just to give them, the space and the berth to do that, and then they do the day 1 fishing. Will end Friday afternoon. We do it all over on Saturday morning after a sleepless nights for some anglers, perhaps, and for others, some they'll be coming out swinging for the fences. Always exciting. And then, of course, Saturday night we'll wrap it up. We give away not 1 but 2 boat packages, which has not been done before. This is the first year for that. So the championship class will somebody that will walk away with a brand new Hudson 190 WS with a 150 Pro XS Mercury, and then the sportsman class will have a Yukon BT with a 20 horsepower Mercury and trailer. So very nice packages.
Talk about that. That's pretty cool. Not to have just 1 boat, but two packages, 2 boats. That's amazing. Yeah.
In addition to that, we've got cash payouts from 2nd place through to 10th, and then you've got a whole slew of other prizes on the championship side. Just paying credit to all of those who work so hard to get here. And get across that finish line. It's going to be exciting, and it's really it's tightened up. There's some great anglers out there, and it's anyone's to win. It really is. So,
any hints on the lake that any tips that you have for going out there on Lake Onagamissis? Anything that you say? Have you had great success going out there and pulling in some big ones?
I've seen some really nice fish there. Unfortunately, I'm probably the last guy, or not the last guy, maybe one of the last guys you want to get tips from. I can certainly give you some names of some people who can help you with that. But it's a spring fishing, so the waters are going to be cold. As I said, the level is expected to be as normal as we would hope for. That's looking good. Despite record snowfalls, but they've managed that system quite well, averted flooding and that sort of thing. So, it's a great spot.
Looking forward to that, Rob. Thanks for taking time to join us on a program today. We appreciate you joining us. Do you have any sponsors, Rob? And you have the fish there, of course. You got any sponsors or ones you'd like to thank for the support of this event?
So J&B Cycling Marine, Princecraft, Mercury, SMS Equipment have been a good supporter for us as well. The Cache Campground, and of course the anglers. Having their support, coming out and putting in the time, to do that on the water. And if they can share that experience with just one person and have them come to realize the sport of angling, what it does for the body and soul, it's a great place to be. There's no place like out on the water. So I hope that more people will take part and we can grow the field, grow the tournament, and grow the prize board.
Well, I agree about no place better to relax and kind of get away with it all, to go out and enjoy time on the lake, even though sometimes that can be a little bit frustrating, especially if you're not used to fishing at a high volume or all the time. But you know what? Fishing is a bad day of fishing is really just a good day to be out and about with family and friends on the water.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Rob, again, thank you for joining us on a program today, and we'll see you in the City with the Heart of Gold in Timmins coming up in a few weeks' time.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much.
That is Rob Racine. He is one of the organizers of the Timmins event to kick off the 2026 season for the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail, and also the host of the NOWT Championship. We're going to move forward now, and we're going to say hello to the guys, Shane Turcotte and Dean Bliss. They will join us on the other side of this, and we'll start getting into those 30 anglers that are competing for one of the big prizes, the NOWT Championship. Well, as we get ready for that first tournament, how do you guys prep? What's a way that maybe some of the guys kind of prep to do it? Do you start thinking about the lake? Do you start getting equipment ready, going through an equipment check? Right about now, what's happening?
Yeah. For me, it's, obviously with the long winter, I start to think, okay, how's the fishing going to be different from last year? And I start looking at the map thinking, okay, I'm on Google Maps and I'm looking, okay, where can I start? Where do you think I'm going to practice in the first couple of days while I'm there, and check things out and see if what I believe is real, and if not, then it's back to plan B. I don't know. You're kind of scrambling, thinking about, okay, what am I going to do when I get there, right? Because to me, it seems like it's different from last year. But hey, who knows? I won't know till I get there.
Yeah, but me, it's more like, you're in the equipment, you're going over everything, going over the boat, you're recharging your batteries, you're changing your line, you're getting ready for that first, that first push that you're going to get down there and start pre-fishing. And you're like, how's the pre-fishing going to be? I don't know. Yeah, the very first tournament of the season for me is always like, it's a crapshoot. It's like, I'll wait till I get down there and then kind of, see how things go and compare my older notes from years past, and then, see if, get some kind of pattern going. But yeah, it is very, very, a very exciting time.
Now, this lake, what challenges does it bring to the anglers? Specifically talk about Timmins. What challenges will it bring to you guys despite and with all of this snow that we've had this winter? Is it going to be the great unknown? You show up and go, oh my God, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, for me, I think it's always the great unknown, and because weather always plays a factor when we go fishing. So, I mean, and the other thing is, like, we just went back there last year. Like, we hadn't been there for a while, and then the tournament that was there before was in the fall, right? So spring is kind of a new dynamic for everybody that's that doesn't live there and it's coming to fish that tournament, right? So we've only really had 1 year on the water there. So again, to say you have a pattern or have a clue of what you're going to do when you get there is, you're trusting your knowledge, you're trusting your years of experience, and how what you've done in other lakes this time of year. So that's really what you go by, and you go there with that plan, and hopefully the plan is the right one.
Like Shane was saying, it's only the first year of the spring tournament. So for us guys that have been there before, years before, it was always in the fall time. So it's definitely a different monster to approach. You have to really kind of look at it and go, okay, do I have to start over? Do I try out some of my spots we were fishing before in the fall time? And we all know, right? Just from past experiences, fall's not the same as spring. And so yeah, definitely that's a big challenge for sure.
We were visiting with Rob Racine, one of the Timmins organizers. He sounds excited. They're ready to go, and they get the first one of the year. So a lot of the events we'll see how they're doing and go from there, kind of, huh?
Yeah, you know what? You kind of, the first one's nice because you kind of get the kinks out, and you get some hours on the boat and get some time. Like the first event, you're always kind of just working through the kinks, and Rob and his team they're fantastic. They ran a great event last year. They know what they're doing, so I have no concerns there whatsoever. It is a great community, great lake, and I look forward to getting there.
Yeah, both Rob and Cameron, they ran an excellent tournament last year. For them, that this was their first sort of real big event that they tried to organize. Worked out perfect, and you know what? And now the second year going back there, and they're already hosting the championship. So that's got to say something.
Speaking of the championship, we are getting ready for the NOWT championship down in Timmins. That is the first big event of the year. So without further delay, we're going to take this episode and this time for the guys to run through. The 30 teams are going to be competing in the NOWT championship. You'll be seeing some slides of the different faces of the different anglers from the different teams. A reminder, at the conclusion of our broadcast today, you'll be able to see those slide presentations and those videos once again of all the anglers. So if you missed somebody or wanted to see if your photo got up there, yeah, we're going to run it at the end of the show. So please bear with us and stay with us through that. So we're looking forward to that. So without further ado, we are going to start, and we're going to start in inverse or reverse order, and the guys are going to take it from 30 all the way up to 1, and we're set to unveil a little bit more up close and personal, but some fun facts that maybe you were not aware of, including maybe the guys weren't aware of some of these fun facts. We don't know. Shane and Dean will run down the top 30. Guys, whenever you're ready, let her go.
Sure. First, I want to say congratulations to all the teams that made it. The competition is so fierce nowadays. In the last 3 or 4 years, just to make it to the championship is a great achievement. So I'm going to start off with Team 30. They qualified 30th. It's Danny Salmons and Greg Carrier. This team here, they're both from Lively. Danny's from Lively, but Greg is from Windy Lake, Lavac, Ontario. They both work at a mine together there in Lively, and they did have, they were best friends. They fished together all the time. And you know what? Their first tournament was in 2025. So that was last season, is they ran the trail, and you know what? They made it so to the championship. So good for them. And they are, they say they're fishing at least three days a week, trying to hone their skills. Some of their sponsors are Moxie's Bait and Tackle, Epic Fishing Tackle. We have Sudbury Solar Solutions and also Southside Chevy, Fresh and Fruitful. That's some of their sponsors. Moving on to Team 29, Jacob Gauthier and Mitch Cousineau, both from Sudbury area. They fished the trail for the last couple of years. They've been to Long Lac, the Sioux, they fish in Cap, and I believe they were in Timmins last year. I'm pretty sure they've hit most of the events already. And this is going to be their second appearance in the championship. So they've made it there, not just this year, but one other year before that. So good for them, and good luck for both of them also. Team 28 is Sylvain Bernard and Felix Bernard. I believe, are from Duberville, and they fished that tournament for years in Duberville, their home tournament. And they only have one slogan, and that's father and son fishing for fun. That's their slogan, and their sponsor is Bernard's Live Bait.
Awesome. Let me take that away. Number 27, we've got Josh LaFontaine, Walt Jinkerson. These guys are a couple of weekend warriors. They've been around since 2018. They've consistently getting in the top 25. They've got a few top 10s, and I think these guys are they're consistent and they're on the cusp. I mean, they got a chance for sure. They will be contenders at the championship. Team 26, we got Alex Turgeon and Anthony Bossé from Quebec, fishing together for 5 years now. They've got some wins in Quebec, and glad to have them here on the NOWT, and congratulations to them for qualifying for the championship. I believe they're from the Val-d'Or area, and they are with Rapala Pro staff, so we look forward to seeing them there. Number 25, we've got Dennis Perrier and Kyle Chmielewski. So this is a new pairing for this championship. Dennis, it'll be an interesting, both very accomplished anglers. I've been fishing a long time on the NOWT. I believe Kyle he's qualified for 4 championships, and I want to say Dennis has as well. Dennis has some wins and multiple top 10s on the NOWT. So again, look forward to seeing them out there.
So now we're going to move to 24th, and it's Brody Holden and Dylan Holden, and they are both from New Liskeard. They're both from New Liskeard. They didn't really provide us with much, but they did qualify for the championship. I looked briefly at their standings there to see which tournaments they and where they placed, but for them, they did make it, and good luck for them. 23rd is Jeremy Cansier and Steve Cansier. Both of them are from Kapuskasing area here. With Jeremy, he started off very young, fishing with his father. He kind of piqued this little interest, and he did a lot of his fishing with his father on the Cap River. So when the tournament started here in Cap, of course, he said, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see how I can do. And after trying the tournaments, he was basically hooked. So we've seen him in all the other tournaments, both Jeremy and Steve, and they're another father and son, of course, duo there. So good luck to them. In 22nd is Alain Brunet and Patrick Bullion. Alain's from Moonbeam, and so is Patrick. They're both from Moonbeam. Alain spent most of his years in the outdoors, whether it be fishing, hunting, whatever. He did have. He picked up that passion for fishing, and then he basically, tried to hone his skills. Also, even one of his dogs is named Berkeley. So, that's how much you can get into it. So both him and his wife Chloe, they shift seamlessly into the hunting season. after the fishing season to the hunting season, and then right back into fishing once the winter comes along and the ice is formed. And so it's a basically year-round affair for LA, and there is no off season for them. And Patrick, he's also from Moonbeam, and he was very new face here to the NOWT. You know, and on his days off, same thing, right? He's just basically fishing. He put a lot of time into that, and he shares his passion with his wife Sophie and his son Oliver. And he would just like to thank Patrick. Actually, would like to thank Alain Brunet for his incredible opportunity to debut with us on the NOWT. So. And hopefully seeing him in more future events, and sharing some of his knowledge. And so yeah, it's I'm glad for them, and hopefully they have a run at it.
Well, that gets us down to 21, and no strangers here. Danny Viano, Dennis Martin. Danny's been he's a Rackspin Pro staff, but he's been fishing the NOWT since 2014. He's got numerous top tens, and he's qualified for the championship 5 times. Then his partner Dennis Martin, Princecraft Mercury Pro staff. Again, this is one of the old guys that's been around since the beginning of the NOWT. And
he is a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, and multiple tournament wins as well. And he's been in all the championships, qualified as. And again, this is a very good team. Look forward to seeing him on the water. Next, we got 20. It's Blair McGuire, Dave Kennedy. Now, these guys, longtime friends, really have been honing their walleye skills out in northwestern Ontario. And you know what? They fished Geraldton Walleye Classic quite a bit. And it was 4 years ago. They got themselves a 3rd place finish, and they've been in the top 10 ever since. And so they started fishing more tournaments on the NOWT, and this is their first championship that they qualified for. So they're pretty excited about that. And so they look forward to getting out on the trail again this year, and they will be fishing from a Kingfisher boat. So look forward to seeing them out there. Next up, we have 19, Jamie Robinson, Terry Bernath. So these guys are no stranger to the NOWT. Jamie, 6-time NOWT Angler of the Year, multiple wins, multiple sponsors. You know what? Jamie is just, you think NOWT, you think Jamie Robinson. He literally has been there since the beginning, and he's accomplished a lot. Same with his partner, Terry Bernath. He is also an NOWT Angler of the Year, multiple wins. And then he's with Northern Lights Ford and Princecraft. So again, these guys are, these guys, you got to watch out for them. They can get out there and win it like anybody else. So let's keep moving.
Well, there you go, guys. This is our reveal of the NOWT championship teams on episode number 2 of Catching Gold, the official podcast of the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail. I'm Dennis J. Puska. To my left, or up to the left, is Dean Bliss, and to the right is Shane Turcott. And they're going through all the names again. We're showing you video in the background, but at the end of the show, if you've missed any of them, we will rerun the video again once again. Dean, continue on.
Yeah, and before I get to number 18, 19, I just wanted to mention about Jamie and Terry. There's nobody on this list of these top 30. Everybody knows them, and they will be watching them. That's for sure. In number 18, we have Peter Shabagabo and Pamela Shabagabo. Peter is a lifelong angler. He loves being on the water. He took a small, short break. He was on the trail for a little while and then took a small break. And then he came back. He had newer equipment. He saw the opportunity, to start fishing again. And he did take that, and he loves them. And one of his, he learned early on the rhythms of the water and the patience to truly understand it. And truly, Peter has done that. He values how competitive the fishing on the trail has grown, and he really embraces that, the new challenges, and he just wants to see all these opportunities, like on the circuit, such as ours, right? So he's set the hook. That's what he says. He says to himself every day before taking off. And, so we're going to move on to number 17. And that is nobody that's everybody kind of knows, Brett Robinson and Sebastian DePetzi, no strangers either. Again, Brett is part of the Robinson dynasty of fishing. Brett is from Wawa. He is a full-time fishing guide. He is a very, very passionate tournament angler. He spends every like every waking moment, probably thinking and being on the water. Sebastian is from Hearst, and they've been competing together, I think, since 2020. I think they aligned and they actually started being partners. And for Sebastian, this is going to be his third championship appearance. So good for them, and I hope they do very well. In number 16 is Jonathan Morey and Zachary Morey, another father and son team, driven by the same passion of fishing and chasing those new adventures, chasing fishing. Yeah, they've been doing very great. Jonathan, a very seasoned veteran competitor on the NOWT. He's been around for a long time. He has a multiple top fives, numerous top tens. He also has a championship title to his name, and he's also a Shimano Pro Staff, and yeah, he just those like being a championship title to your name is quite something to be proud of. His son Zachary has been fishing with him for the last few years, and he's quickly making his mark also on the trail. He's earning multiple top youth anglers over the years with us, and got 4 top 10 finishes. And surprisingly enough, this is his third championship qualification. So good for him.
All right, we're going to go to Team 15, a couple young guns here. Jacob Beauvais and Cameron Caron. Jacob from Mumbai, Ontario, 22 years old. I mean, I think both of them have been fishing for about 4 years now, and I think this is their second championship. So they're pretty accomplished young guns out there. Very good anglers, and so yeah, I wish them luck, and can't wait to see them on the water. Team 14, we've got Dawson Bernath and Raphael Ramsey. Dawson Bernath is his father is Terry Bernath, so he's got a lot of years of watching his dad be successful in the NOWT. So he's gone out and done it himself. Last year, he did 3 top 10s with Raphael. He bought a new boat from J&B Cycle Marine as well. He's pretty dedicated. Very good salmon fisherman as well. I think he was second in 2023 and the first in 2024. Sponsors DHR Truck Center, Lacroix Optical. Raphael, I mean, he hails from the back lakes of Duberville, so he's avid fisherman, knows what he's doing, and this is quite the pairing, these two. So again, I had a chance to fish beside them on the water last year, and they're fantastic guys, real gentlemen. So look forward to seeing them. Team 13, we got father and son duo here, Jonathan Collin and Robert Collin. Very successful on the NOWT, numerous top 10s. Again, they're always in the thick of it and the mix of it. And, Jonathan's dad, Robert there, he had a heart attack, and he scared us a little bit, but I'm so looking forward to seeing him out on the water. And he just, those two are scary every time they're out there. So can't wait to see them out there for the championship.
Yeah, and we have a Team 12 now, which is Michael Foucault and Francis Deschênes. These are they're 2 of the 3 members of the Simply Hooked fishing team from Quebec. They came to us and started fishing maybe only in the last 2 or 3 years, but they have made a definite impression on the rest of us. And during their 2025 season, for them to qualify, they had second place in Cap, they had second place in Ville Marie, and they had a second place in the Festival du Doré in James Bay. They had a 10th in Duberville, 4th place at the North Walleye Channel, North Channel Walleye Open, sorry. And so yeah, they had a really good season. And their objective is very, very clear, and they want to be the top of the podium, and others are the same, but they really want it. And I could see them make that, actually. Some of their sponsors are Z-Man and St. Croix, and they have so many others. Team 11 is Miguel Taillard and his son, Sam Taillard. So yet again, another father and son team, which is, we have made quite the leaps and bounds on the, promoting our youth and bringing our youth back into our programs with the Youth Angler of the Year. And now we see more of these younger fellas, fishing with their dads, right? Miguel, who is he's not a pushover, that is for sure. Miguel is, and he won Angler of the Year. I can't remember which year, but he is in a Angler of the Year winner. He's has multiple top 10 finishes. They fished last year in the events, and they were very proud of their seventh place in Duberville. Yeah, I think he finished fourth in Hearst. So, but they actually qualified it. And I mean, and Sam was part of the Angler of the Year. The competition there that we had last year with the points and everything. And you know what? Fortunately, he actually qualified for the championship. So good on both of them. And their sponsor is Raxon. Number 10 is Rob Laframboise and Frank Clark. And I believe they're both from the Sudbury area. I don't know, Shane, can you correct me on that one?
Oh, so Rob is he's actually from Batchewana. He lives about 15 minutes from me to the north on Highway 17, and then Frank is from Sudbury, yes.
Okay. And they are not fairly new, but they've been on the trail for a few years. They have different techniques. I mean, I did fish beside them in a couple of tournaments, and I was introduced to this hand lining thing. I mean, I'd never seen it before. They were very effective doing it too. I mean, and good on them. So they once again have made it to the championship, and they're sponsored by NXS and GFW Distributions.
All right, that brings us to team number 9, which is another father and son duo, Jerry Francoeur and Tanner Francoeur. Tanner is 9 years old. He's been competitive fishing since 4 years old. He wants everybody to know that his personal best walleye is 30.5 inches. Wow, that's a nice fish. It weighed 10.39 pounds. Nice fish there, Tanner. He is one of the youngest anglers to qualify for our NOWT championship. He had a 4th place finish in an AYA, and he had an 8th place finish last year in Geraldton. Tanner wants everybody to know that he's very grateful for his mom and dad and all his family members and friends for giving him the support to continue doing what he's doing. He's a really great kid. Jerry, his father, he's been fishing for about 5 years now in tournaments, and he's got some top 10 finishes. Again, he's very grateful, extremely grateful for the support of his wife and family members and mentors. And he is just looking forward to getting into 2026, have some good finishes, and hopefully he can get to the championship next year. He wishes everybody good luck in all divisions. That brings us to team number 8. We've got Sebastian Lizotte and Alex Poliquin. Now here's an interesting pairing here, and they've fished together before. But Sebastian, he's been fishing the circuit for a long time. He's actually our first championship winner back in 2019. He also followed that up with a 2nd place finish the very next year in the championship. He's got multiple top 3, top 10 finishes. He's a very good angler out on the circuit. He loves competition. It's always great to get out there and fish against him. He's very grateful, and he's a proud father of a 14-year-old daughter, and just loves the opportunity to get out there. Alex, he was one of our anglers of the year actually on the NOWT I think 2 years ago, and again he's got some he's a multiple winner I believe as well, and he's always competitive out there, and just another great fisherman, young guy, and he's been doing it a long time, and he really loves to get out on the water and prove himself. Really hard worker out there. Team 7, we got Cedric Seguin and Sylvain Leduc. Again, Cedric's been fishing about 4 or 5 years. I think his best result was the 2nd in Hearst in 2024. He did get some multiple top 10s, I think top 5s at the Geraldton Walleye Classic, and also finished well in Kapuskasing. Again, very excited to get out there. He is pro staff with Typers, and fishes out of a Lund. And his partner Sylvain is also from Hearst, and they're childhood buddies. They've been childhood buddies, and they're both great fishermen, and this will be a first NOWT event for Sylvain Leduc fishing with Cedric. So good luck to them.
Awesome. So number 6 is Darius Shagabo and Jared Wabus. Darius is from Nipigon. He and Jared is from the Long Lac 58 First Nations. They began tournament fishing probably nearly like, well, I don't know if it's 24. I think they hit it. They came to the trail, and they with that they had 2 consecutive wins. So they were on a really good run, and then after that they were just completely hooked. You could not stop them. Um, their sponsors are Typers DNR Sporting Goods. They have the Indigenous Logistics, and also the big sponsor for them is also Long Lac 58 General Store. So I hope they good luck for them. Number 5 is Shane Turcott and Corey Neffin. So we have our own very Shane right here. Both big family, activity in the NOWT. We have his wife Lua. That's one of our board members, and we also have his daughter Tyler that just got re-voted in for another couple of years as part of our board. So good for them, and they volunteer all this time, and really they do a fantastic job. But for Shane came to us. I don't know what year did you start?
I think it was 2000. I want to say 2009.
Oh yeah, probably. And I think you start out with like the rest of us. You want to do very well, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I got to. It's an uphill battle, but you sure have proved your way up there. You guys have been, you fished 7th overall in the NOWT Angler of the Year points in 2025. You compete also in the U.S., of course, right? And you in both those series, I think, in the U.S.
Yeah,
and you have a little bit more this, yeah. And you qualified also for the World Championship, a Walleye Championship. You represented Team Canada there. You've been a board member with us since 2011, a past president, and now you're the current treasurer. You qualified for all 6 championships. You're still driving your nitro boat with Mercury. Garmin's a big one, right? Fin Gear, All-Star Marine Power Sports, the Trading Post. And I can't say enough about Corey. He's made every single championship also. He is one of the remaining founders of the NOWT since 2000. Well, it was developed before 2003, but we actually were formed and became a not-for-profit organization in 2003. So that's basically the beginning of the NOWT. And he still is very active on the board with us. We love to have him. And he has like multiple top 10s, multiple top 5s. He is only one of a handful of teams or anglers that have a back-to-back win at any tournament. So he's done that also too in his career. And you guys have a good shot at this. So good luck to both of you. Team number 4 is David Grad and Steve Bergeron. So both these gentlemen are from Quebec. They are they have some kind of logos, and then they also have these these sayings that they want to keep all together. And it's almost like 2 guys, 1 boat, and 6-time champions. They were in 2024 the NOWT champion winners. So I mean, they had only been on the trail for I think maybe 2 years, and then ended up already with a championship win. So that's when it came out of Duberville for them. They have 3 straight top 5 NOWT Angler of the Year finishes. And they are also they have multiple podium wins in Quebec. They crossed over into Northern Ontario, and then considered our tournament and our trails, and they tried that, and basically in 2024 they walked away with a championship trophy. So I mean, good on them. And they were so new to the trail, so very diehard, very regimental anglers. They're a hard team to beat. I can tell you that. For them to step onto the trail and basically show us how it's done very easily in very tough waters most of the time, right? So, and now they're heading back to Timmins, and their one most biggest objective is, to get the title back. They want to have that championship back, and they're of course going to be there in Timmins. So they also have a few other sayings that they were that they wrote to us, and they said, it's the same boat, same crew, same playbook, and that's what took them, when they were from James Bay, and when they came over to the NOWT, and then they started getting the podiums with us, and it's like show up early, burn fuel, outfish the room, drive home with the trophy. It sounds very simple, and they do make it look simple too.
Yeah, no, they're quite an accomplished team. That takes us to we're getting our top three here now. So number three, we've got Steve Gravel, Kevin Robino, no strangers to the NOWT. They've been fishing together since 2013. They have multiple wins. They were Anglers of the Year in 2022. They have won the NOWT Championship twice, 2023, 2025. They will be guests of ours on a later episode in the future. These guys, again, they've proven themselves. They are scary. When they get on the water, they're always on the hunt. And just when you think fishing was tough on day one, and then you see their weight usually, you're reminded why they're so good. Again, these guys are gentlemen on and off the water, always willing to talk, take questions, help anybody out. Can't say enough about them. I look forward to seeing them out there. Good luck, guys. Team number two, we got Jason Doyen, Nick Huxon. These guys, too, are no strangers, multiple wins. I think Jason, he was the 2023 NOWT Angler of the Year. I know that they've missed out on the championship. They might have been second and third place in a couple of them. And I know they've been in the top five anyways at the championships. Again, multiple wins. Jason's also fishing down in the U.S. With the National Walleye Tour. So he's competing in the U.S. Anyways, we'll get to see these guys on the water. Again, can't say enough about them. They're scary every time they go out there. They know what they're doing, and they're always on the hunt as well. So that brings us to our first team of the year. They were our Anglers of the Year last year. This is a father and son duo. They hail from Dubreuilville. We got Jesse Deschamplain and Francis Deschamplain. Now these guys they're riding a streak right now. Let me tell you, this streak is 21 top 10s in a row.
Wow. That
is unbelievable. When you consider the competition that we have on this circuit, and these guys got 21 top 10s, I mean, it's almost not even believable. These guys are, again, multiple winners. They're always in it at every tournament. They're always at the top of the leaderboard. They've proven themselves. They got multiple sponsors as well. I'm not going to go through them all, but hey, we've got Annie's Machine Shop, Villeneuve Construction, Nathan Provo and Son, Crescent Engineering, Rector Marine, Northern Lights Ford. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, these guys have a ton of support, very well liked. You always wish the best for them, and I always look forward to seeing them in I think it's tournament, the second tournament of the year is in Dubreuilville, and I get to spend some time with them, and so I always look forward to that. I can't say enough about them, but there you have it. That's our 30 teams, Dennis. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let's get it going.
Wow, that is amazing. Great job, guys, on going through all the list. A little bit of color commentating in the background with some thoughts on every group. And that's what I like about this show. This is what we're going to try to do. Have a lot of fun. Get to know the anglers. Learn different things about them. And Dean and Shane did a phenomenal job with that. What I like about this group of anglers and what I like about the NOWT is how they dot the landscape of Northern Ontario, Northwestern Ontario, and Northwestern Quebec. Quickly talk about that, guys, and how really this is such a huge in terms of where all these anglers are from.
Yeah, this thing started out as a Northern Ontario little walleye trail, and where it's grown. We've reached anglers from all over the place. It's really amazing how far guys are traveling, and and you get to know them, and you can't wait to see them at the next tournament because you develop it's a community, right? And you develop a bond with these guys, and a lot of again, I've got a lot of great friends that I've met through this circuit, and I just can't say enough about this trail. It's just it just brings people from all over. I've got friends in London that I met through this trail, or Exeter, and I can't wait to see them again. And so yeah, now we're talking Thunder Bay, Northwestern Ontario. We're talking Quebec. I mean, Quebec, we kind of reached into that, in the last few years. We started seeing more and more Quebec teams come here. So again, what does that say? It says that we've got some really good competition, really good anglers, and I would put these anglers up against some of the best anglers in the U.S. and some of those U.S. circuits. And some of them do fish in the U.S. now, and they do very well. So again, I can't say enough. What a great circuit.
Yeah, the fishing community that is created blows my mind. I mean, we're always supportive of each other. There's never any hard feelings of, who won and who didn't win and how close I became, how close I came to winning. It's everybody just genuine and happy for each other, especially at that final day when everybody's on the podium and they're scratching out the checks, and everybody is just, there and having a good time, right? And just supporting each other. So never in my wildest dreams in 2003 when we formed the NOWT, and there might have been like 10 of us, I guess, side betting. We'd all bet each other. That's how the whole kind of trail began. With 10 teams, we bet $20 to see who could, beat the other guy, right? And you walk home with $80 sometimes at the end of the weekend, or nothing, right? But I mean, it was fun, and we it kind of, even back then, with that little bit of competition, it kind of stirred things in people's minds, and you were trying to achieve something better, right? So, and try to be better. And then not in my wildest dreams that I ever think that this would be the NOWT and how far it's been reached. I don't, yeah, I'm very pleased with it.
Pretty amazing stuff, guys, the way this tour has developed. And this year, lots of different stops: Timmins, Kapuskasing, to Dubreuilville, Geraldton, Long Lac, down to St. Mary's and the Sault Ste. Marie area. It is going to be a fabulous year. Back to Matagami this year. I think it's going to be a fabulous year. Everyone's excited, and I think everybody's just getting everything polished up and ready to go. And that first event is going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Hey, it's like the podcast says, right? Everybody's wants to get out there and catch gold, right? I mean, that's really what it boils down to, and everybody can't wait. I mean, that first tournament, I know everybody's chomping at the bit to get out there, size themselves up and see what the competition's like, and really go for it.
Yeah, it's more about meeting the guys after a long winter, and seeing everybody again. That's probably the biggest part, I think, for myself. And yeah, don't forget, everybody, to we are now going through YouTube now with the NOWT site there, so make sure you guys subscribe there. If you want to hook up with the notifications, go ahead. But we're going to be having more than just a few of these podcasts going on all summer. If you want to keep up to date, yeah, you can just follow us there on YouTube.
Yeah, and good, and that's a good note there, Dean. Just make sure you subscribe, because I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag, but I do believe some of our subscribers are going to walk away with something at the end of the year. So, but in order to do that, you've got to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. So make sure you hit subscribe and follow us along the year with the podcast. We can't wait, man. We're going to cover all the tournaments, and Dennis is going to lead us through it, and Dean and I will be here. We're going to have guests on, and it's going to be really exciting.
And you're going to see me on location at some of these events. I'll be at Timmins at the first show of the year. I'm really excited about that. Of course, I'm in Kapuskasing, so I'll be at the Kapuskasing event, and you never know where else you might see me this summer. So make sure you find us, and we're looking forward to what's going to be a fabulous year. Guys, thanks for doing this edition. We appreciate you. All the best of luck. Catch a lot of gold at the end of the month. We wish you the best of luck, and best of luck to all of our anglers as we get ready for 2026.
Thanks for tuning in to Catching Gold, the official podcast of the Northern Ontario Walleye Trail. Watch all of the episodes on YouTube and at PuskaMediaServices.com. Catching Gold on the Northern Corridor Podcast Network was written and produced by Dennis J. Puska, with assistance from Shane Turcott, Dean Bliss, and the NOWT. All rights reserved. This has been a 2026 Puska Media Services NOWT Studio 29 DP production.